Final score from Panther Arena tonight: Milwaukee 77-55 against Purdue Fort Wayne. Coach, just came out of the gates guns blazing. 28-7, I believe, was the lead at one point in time, and you really never left the foot off the gas all night. And to me, the things that stood out: rebounding 53-20. Like I said, the plus 33 is the second best in school history in a single game. And just contributions up and down your lineup again. So you can open with a statement. We'll take questions from there.
Yeah, I thought it's by far the best defensive effort we've had. And I can't say enough about Aaron Franklin. He was guarding the league's leading scorer and just did a phenomenal job. But our whole team, they absorbed the scout. It's the best we've absorbed the scout. Took away the things that we needed to take away, and then limited them to one shot. And I was really worried. We did turn it over in the second half, but was really worried about turning the ball over. And only 6 in the first half, and then going to get offensive glass. And we talked a lot about just being able to get the ball on the rim and then chase it and not turn it over. Is their ability to turn you over fuels their transition points, and we were able to keep them out of transition for the most part because of ball security, especially in the first half.
Bart, Aaron's a guy who's been here.
Someone else's.
Yeah, Aaron's been here for a while, but maybe hasn't totally transpired the way he had envisioned.
Yeah.
For him to step up the way he has recently, when you guys have really needed him, what does that say about his character and what the kind of player he is ultimately?
Well, I wish we had a half hour to talk about his character because he's been through some injuries. There's been some things that have derailed him a bit. But what people don't really know is he's an engineering major, and he takes it really seriously, and he spends countless hours studying, staying up. So he's a true student athlete, and to see him get a breakthrough, I can't be more proud of him and happy for him, maybe more than anybody in our program. And we talked about had not for them, being there for 3 years, and he's as loyal as they come. He would die for this program, and has played any role that we've asked him to play, different positions, play a lot, play a little, fight through injury. So to see him get the breakthrough is I'm really happy for him.
Chris mentioned the plus 33 rebounding when you guys are down so many bodies and still to be able to put up that kind of margin. What does that tell you about the group that was out there tonight?
I think anybody that watched that game saw the determination. We've only been back from Christmas for 3 days, but three days of really tough practices, and they were gritty for those 3 days. Usually a group comes back and takes them 2 days just to get back going. This group really focused, really tough through these practices. And we only had 9 bodies one day. 10, Austin made 10. But Tate was out with the ankle, and Sim was sick for a couple days. And they're just grinders. And you're starting to see not only us play better defensively, but actually get some chemistry offensively. They're starting to figure out what each other does well and how to get the ball to the right spots, and they care about that. And it gives us a chance to be a really good team. If they continue to work and everybody continues to buy into their role.
To be 3-0 in the Horizon League right now, what does that mean moving forward for you? To build any kind of padding in the standings is a big thing, right?
Yeah, it's huge, and we've got home wins against what I think are 2 of the better teams in the league, and then 1 road win, and the road win's gold. Everybody knows that. But to be here when things could have fallen apart for us with all the injuries, to see these guys step up and grab these opportunities, it's really a tribute to those guys and to our staff. The relationships that our staff has to keep those guys going sometimes when they don't get what they want. There are days that I'm sure Aaron Franklin didn't want to talk to me when he wasn't playing as much or things weren't rolling his way. But you can always go to Jake Williams or Jose Winston or Ben Walker. You know, those guys have so much respect for our staff and genuinely like being here and like being around each other. And we really have that now up and down the lineup. You know, with our staff and then with our players. The players really do like each other. And you know, maybe that doesn't always translate, but when you hit adversity, you know, these guys have really come together. You know, and you look at like Chandler Jackson. You know, Chandler was gonna redshirt. Josh Dixon. You know, we've talked about some of these things, but to see them continue to just grab opportunities and not demand anything. You know, they're not demanding the opportunities. You know, they're grasping the opportunities, and it's pretty rare today. So happy for this group.
In a non-tournament situation, to have a back-to-back like you have now tonight and tomorrow.
We play tomorrow?
I think so. That's what I heard. Well, just what kind of challenge does that present? And not only playing back-to-back, but playing, you know, a really good Big Ten team like Wisconsin.
It's tough. You know, I told them our approach is going to be, you know, to go in there and play as gritty and tough as we can, but to enjoy the experience as well. We've got a few guys from Wisconsin in that room. I'm sure it's a big game for them, but obviously it's a major opponent. You know, and then 2 days later we're back, you know, on the road. So it's challenging, but again, we're grateful. I'm grateful for Coach Gard giving us the opportunity. And this is the date they had. I didn't really ask our guys if I could, you know, do this to them. But I think for us to be able to play this game in state is really important. So we'll suit it up, go play. You know, if they wanted to play it tomorrow at 6 a.m., we would have played it tomorrow at 6 a.m.
Last thing, any update on Stevie? How close he's getting to returning?
Yeah, I think he's got an appointment on Monday, and we'll have a better grasp on how healed up it is and the progression of coming back to play.